How you guys doing? This is very important in reference to the crimes of government. You know, the people that fucked up my teeth are the ones that are spreading the rumors and lies and accusations. So it don't seem sense for why the government can't or law enforcement can't seem to find these people when they're the ones making up the lies. They went on my job and made up lies, trying to accuse me of being somebody else, accusing me of being a drug user. And they're the ones that have grabbed me. Now, ask at all my jobs where I've worked if anybody of the government came in there and accused me of drugs and had used any handheld device on my teeth. My teeth are my genetics. Find out if it was a white man. Find out if it was a black man. Find out if it was a Mexican. Find out if it was a German. Find out if it was any race, whatever race they are. Just so nobody, all the other races or ethnicities be like, we know we didn't do it. We know we didn't do it. And then, of course, they'll find out which person's done it. Now, my mother had court cases against the Ray family. I'm not from the Ray family. I've requested my birth driver's license that my mother had delivered to Indianapolis a long time ago. One of the times when they were holding me hostage, they are refusing to give it to me. They're still holding me hostage under the Mark Ray name. I didn't choose the Mark Ray name. I didn't change my birth name to Mark Ray. No, I did not. But my mother, Doris Duke, had it copywritten because she tried to send me money under that name so the copyright office would be able to catch anybody else trying to use the name Mark Ray. Obviously, how many people are named Mark Ray in Indianapolis, Indiana? And when did those people start using the Mark Ray name in Indianapolis? Because those people used the name possibly to steal checks and monies from my mother, Doris Duke. Now, how many people at the bank do they have on record that say their name is Mark Ray? Does anybody know? There needs to be court cases. I talked to a sheriff or a lady at one time when I was working at one parking lot. I used to sweep parking lots because they were blocking me from jobs and stuff like that. And they were burning my teeth then, too. At Louth Properties, when I worked over there, they were frying my mouth because there was like a Homeland Security office over there. And I guess they hate Jews and Catholics or something. So they were frying my teeth and mouth and face from a Homeland Security satellite, I guess. That they had a Homeland Security office at Louth. That's Lauth Properties in Indianapolis. But they were burning my mouth at Amazon too. When I worked at Amazon warehouse, and I had broke some warehouse records. Now, don't forget, I'm an athlete. I did gymnastics when I was little and other sports, swimming. Even swam for leukemia to try to raise money for leukemia when I was little, when I was younger, And even worked for the Breast Cancer Association in California for a little while. And yet this satellite man still has fucked up my teeth in Indiana. And, my mother and father, my father had hospitals and different types of places that helped injured people and things like that. My father was a physician and my mother was a physician too. And they were both dentists. My parents were from like the earlier years, and my grandparents had dentist offices back in the 1800s and stuff like that, So, this government man's trying to make up lies on me, damaging my face and teeth. And their government agents need to get prosecuted. But the people that have damaged my teeth are the people that have accusated against me. They're the same people that keep calling me Mark Ray all the time. The same people that stole the identification from my mother when my mother had delivered information to the courts and to the Indianapolis Police Department back in the 80s. And these people had kidnapped me several times from my mother. I was rescued from these people, kidnapped, rescued, and kidnapped several times by these same people, and Frank Sinatra was involved in it the whole fucking time. He was trying to fabricate that he thought my parents owed him money because he gambled all his money away. They need to get Frank and his attorneys in court about his false accusations and him trying to take advantage of my mother and me after my father had died. You know that, right? Manipulation crimes. So Frank has to get ordered into court. Every person that's been damaging my teeth and face and stealing my money has to get ordered into court. They're still hitting me in the teeth right there, man. Do you know that makes a person look like shit? You know, I have beauty protection status. I'm a historic person of America. Which you don't seem to think much about that because you like violating that. Because you claimed that you thought you owned more land or you thought you had more status. And you've been terrorizing my little nose and you've been damaging my little nose and you've been burning my big teeth. I'm not your race and I'm not your religion. And there ain't nobody in the courts that's my race. There ain't no attorneys that are my race and religion exactly of any of these people that are conspiring against me. You know that, right? So we're going to need Italians, French, Jews, and Catholics, and some Asians in court against all these people all the time, and some other ethnicities that want to possibly see about going after these people in court. You know, friends of different ethnicities and nationalities. Obviously, this satellite man seems to think he thought he would get away with this shit because when it's all over, government man, you're going to be sitting behind bars or you're going to be shipped out of the country back to your own country where you came from. And don't forget, there is not any Germans on American money. All the identities of all the people on American money are Catholics and Jews and American Europeans. There's like Italian presidents from the past, French, possibly French, Irish, or Italian mix of all the history of all the American politicians of back in the day before the Germans stole all the positions. There needs to be court cases in reference to the crimes of criminals in politics and politicians that are conspiring with them.